Στόχος μας είναι να εξαφανίσουμε τη Χαμάς και να διαλύσουμε τα κέντρα διοίκησης που βρίσκονται κάτω από τα νοσοκομεία της Γάζας, λέει μιλώντας αποκλειστικά στον ΣΚΑ και την Έλλη Κασόλη, ο εκπρόσωπος τύπου του ισραηλινού στρατού Πίτερ Λένερ. Κατηγορεί την ένοπλη οργάνωση, μάλιστα, πως χρησιμοποιεί τους αμάχους ως ασπίδα.
What is the situation right now in the Gaza front? RDF are fighting door to door in the heart of the city.
We are conducting our operations, advancing forward towards the heart of Gaza City. It is indeed the beating heart of the terrorist infrastructure that Hamas has developed over the last 16 years. And that is why we're taking it very cautiously, slowly, and strategically every time we're moving forward. The enemy we are facing hides in kindergartens, schools, residential areas, utilizes the tunnel network that they've established. And, you know, this tunnel network, which we keep talking about, is probably the most expansive construction project that has ever existed in Gaza. So it's a very tough battle. It is moving forward, and we are determined to destroy and dismantle Hamas for being the governing authority of the Gaza Strip ever again. They will not be able to conduct a terrorist attack against us ever again using the Gaza Strip as a staging ground.
One of your targets is Al-Shifa Hospital. You said that it is Hamas's main command center, but it's also a hospital and a shelter for about 50,000 of Palestinians. What is your plan?
The situation at the hospitals in general, and not only at Shifa Hospital, is that Hamas has turned them into command and control positions. Locations where they conduct their planning, locations where they launch their attacks from, locations where they physically hide beneath the people that need their help. So we are moving forward. We continue to pursue Hamas, and we are determined that they cannot hide behind the hospitals. It is a huge operational challenge.
While everybody agrees that Israel has the right to self-defense after the Hamas attacks and atrocities on October 7th, there are criticisms on how you do this. There are over 10,000 dead in Gaza, among them innocent civilians and children.
We have to be very cautious with that number. That's a number that Hamas is circulating. Hamas is an organization that will butcher babies in their bedrooms. Do we really trust anything they say? Civilians are a casualty of this war. It is a huge tragedy. Each and every human life lost is a tragedy in itself. We are going out of our way to evacuate people from the war zone, where Hamas is actually going out of its way to ensure that there is more casualties. You know, we are now in day 2 or 3 of mass evacuation from the heart of Gaza City, the places where we've been calling for the last month. And indeed, in the northern areas, we've seen evacuation. But just over the last 3 days, we've seen mass evacuation of people that Hamas had been preventing from evacuating.
When and how do you see an end to all this? And what are your plans for the next day in Gaza? Mr. Netanyahu said that Israel will have security responsibility in Gaza after war. But on the other hand, Washington pushes back this plan.
The outcome from our perspective is a better security regime for Israelis, where Israelis will be safe. But I would add, where Palestinians can also be safe. But Hamas have done nothing good for the people of Gaza. They have invested all of their money in tools of destruction and death.
We are seeing escalation in the Lebanese front, rockets from Houthi forces. We see Iran's axis of resistance attacking Israel. Do you have a message to Tehran?
My message to anybody testing our patience is to be very, very cautious not to cross the threshold. All they need to do is look very closely how we are destroying Hamas and dismantling their terrorist capabilities. You know, there is a message, a very clear message also to the government of Lebanon. They have the responsibility for everything that happens in Lebanese territory. They need to take control of what's happening and what Hezbollah is doing. This is a very, very clear and distinct message.